First of all, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. Usually I feel like people on YouTube have to, they get a good amount of views and then they have to encourage people like, hey, most people watching aren't subscribing. I feel like I'm totally the opposite. I feel like everyone that is watching the videos is subscribing, which is awesome. The last video I made, or the last vlog I made at least, I was like, oh, let's go guys, we hit 50. And now I'm making one a few days later and we're at like 120, which is insane. It's so crazy. And not that that's any kind of like absurd number or I'm making money on YouTube now or anything like that, but it's just like cool to see how quickly people have like jumped on board and been so supportive. So, so if you haven't heard me introduce myself, my name is Colin Jung. I am a freelance DP cinematographer in Ohio. I do a lot of different kinds of work. I'm wanting to move forward and specialize in, it's hard to say because it's not just narrative film, it's more just creative work. I'd love to shoot more creative commercials. I currently do a little bit of everything, again, some corporate docu-style stuff, you know, sit-down interviews with B-roll, like that kind of stuff. But I do a little bit of everything right now, but that's more of a taking job so I can get paid, and eventually I'd love to move into, and I have done some of this work and I want to specialize / niche in this, but shooting narrative films. I love storytelling, and again, even if that's some shorter form creative projects, I want to work in something creative, and I want to do something that's fulfilling and powerful and impactful in a positive way for the world. So that's who I am. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and yeah, welcome to the day. So the day today is going to be, I've got to shoot later today. It is 10:30 right now. I'm on my way to Enterprise. If you watched a few vlogs ago, I was in a car accident. I'm okay, everyone is totally okay, but my car is being repaired right now. So I'm driving a rental truck. The problem is I normally drive an SUV, and also this is not to throw anyone under the bus or anything, but when I was pulling in to pick up my rental truck, I saw the Enterprise employee smoking a cigarette. And so then when said employee was handing off the truck to me and told me no eating, no chewing gum, no smoking, that was confusing because I was like, well, you know, obviously I don't smoke, but I was like, well, hold on, I just saw you smoking a cigarette in here, so that's a little interesting you're telling me that. I didn't think anything of it really. Obviously I wasn't gonna say that to her face. That would have been like a little bit awkward and confrontational. But the windows were open on the truck when I was getting into it, and so I didn't really see any bad signs of that. But now I've been driving the truck for about a week and a half, and it smells like smoke really bad. And I have been trying to get the smell out with like vinegar and wiping it down and all that stuff, and I just can't get rid of the smell. So I am pulling into the Enterprise dealership right now, actually, to see if said employee is working. And if she is, then I am going to go to a different one, because I don't think that confrontation is going to be beneficial at all. I think I am just going to go to a different location and see if they can help me resolve this problem. The problem is I don't want to get pinned with a cleaning fee. I'm not paying for the rental car because obviously it was not my fault in the accident, so the other person's insurance is covering the rental car. I just don't want to get pegged with a cleaning fee because the truck smells like smoke, even though it's not my fault and I don't smoke. So I'll keep you updated on how that goes. So the bad news is that the employee was working at the other location, so I drove to another one. The good news is that the employee here was super understanding, super nice, and he was totally cool. He was like, yeah, no, totally, I'm so sorry that happened, like, we'll get something cleaned up for you. So I'm grabbing my few things out of the rental car, gonna confirm that there's nothing else in here, and he said we'll be able to get something else cleaned up for me. So new whip inbound. And here is the new rental car. Looking pretty nice. Let's make sure it doesn't smell like smoke. Ah, it smells delightful. Yeah, this car is great. It's saying the average miles per gallon is 33. So we'll be doing a little bit better than the truck was. And I've got some long drives coming up here in the next couple weeks for some gigs. So thankfully I'll be saving a lot of money on gas, which is good. Also, I don't think you'll ever see this, but a big thanks to the guy at Enterprise who was super understanding and took care of me. I actually have a buddy who I'm working with today who works for Enterprise, and I've heard some horror stories of just some people that he's worked with that are like just not taking care of people the way they should be, and just having horrible customer service. So very thankful to someone who was very understanding and heard me out and instantly solved my problem. So we got a new rental car, and it does not smell like smoke, and we're good to go. I'm back at home prepping for the shoot today. We're gonna be in a bar type setting, I think. So we're gonna be pretty small and handheld. So I've taken apart my bigger FX3 rig, and I'm gonna run pretty small handheld like this. Just top handle, lens, monitor. I've got some NPF batteries in here that I'm gonna slap on the monitor. And I think that's pretty much all we'll need. There's a chance that I will do something with this light. If I need to take the monitor off and kind of put this light up there. I do have two of these little portable newer lights. These are amazing. They're like the equivalent of Aperture MCs, and I got them on Amazon for like $15 a piece, but they were like fully customizable. They've got effects and everything. So these are awesome. I would definitely check these out on Amazon. I'll link them below, but they've got like full RGB control and effects and everything. So these are awesome. Full like USB charging. They're magnetic on the back. So yeah, these are great. I'll link these in the description, but this is gonna be the setup for today. So pretty small. Might throw a matte box on there just to protect my lens. But yeah, this is how we're gonna run. I've got my Sony batteries here, and I'll bring my VND, but I don't think we'll need it because I think we'll be inside most of the time. So yeah, this will be the first time in a while that I haven't run my camera fully rigged up, which I think is going to be kind of nice. There was a point where I was like, oh, maybe I'll just run it fully rigged, but I think I'm going to go lighter handheld today, save my back, save my arms, and since it's a little bit more chill of a shoot, I'm just helping out a buddy. I'm not doing any editing. He's got a gig for a bar. They're doing like an arm wrestling competition, so I'm just helping him out, getting some extra shots. So we'll go lighter and easier on myself, and making it an easy day. I believe also this is the first time that I've had my Pelican fully packed up because I can't pack up my full rig into here. So this is what my rig used to look like before I had it all built out all the time. But I'd have my camera packed in here, lenses here and here, my monitors here, all my rigging and handles and mounts and stuff are in here. NPF batteries. This is just the big accessory pouch. I used to have a slot just for my matte box here, but the Zoom H6 didn't fit in here. I had to take it apart. So I now have that just kind of all loose like this. Drone controller, drone, lights, and then cables and accessories up here. So it's a really nice system. I think eventually I need to just rework this to be my camera case, and then I need to rework another one to be an audio case, and just kind of another one for a drone, like kind of rework that stuff. But I'll do that eventually down the line. But right now, this is a nice little compact all-in-one case for me to travel with everything. I'm actually really happy. This car has a lot of space in the trunk, and I think especially folding these seats down, I'd have plenty of room for stuff back here. So this is a Mazda CX-30, I believe. Yeah, so this is a great car. I think this is the same car that I drove on a trip once as a rental car, and I like it a lot. So once I got to the gig, I really didn't do a ton of actual like vlogging videos. It was more just BTS shots. I found out that we were going to be outside, so there were a few things that changed in the plan. The first of which being that I did need my VND, so I threw that on my lens. The other things that changed in my plan that I didn't feel prepared for were wearing pants instead of shorts. It was not crazy hot out, but just hot enough that wearing all black was slightly uncomfortable all day until later in the day. And then also not having a hat. Yeah, definitely wish I would have had a hat. My face is a little pink just from getting sunburnt a little bit. Again, it wasn't like crazy hot, and it's October, so that means the sun wasn't out for as long, but also that means the sun was more directional. So the way we were looking, the nice thing was all our shots were backlit pretty well. But the problem was that we were almost always directly looking into the sun. So it was not super fun for the job. But yeah, other than that, it was a good day. The gig was pretty simple. Tony is my buddy. You can see him here. He and I just decided to at the start run his camera on sticks, and I would go handheld and just kind of get some insert shots for him. I'm not exactly sure what he's planning to do in the edit. I know it's not exactly a sizzle reel. It's more of like event coverage. So this was a first time client for him and I. So definitely some fine tuning, but the client was happy to just have video footage at all. So he was super appreciative at the end, which was cool. But yeah, it was a pretty simple gig. I just was handheld the whole time. My back was not happy by the end of it, but I was thankful I didn't go full V-mount rig. Although I was running out of batteries. I only have 2 official Sony NPFZ 100 batteries, the camera batteries for the FX3. I only have 2 of those, so and one of them wasn't fully charged when I started using it. So I was running low on battery power throughout the day. So I may invest in that, but also I might just invest in an easy rig or some kind of use case where I can always have V-mount hooked up. Anyways, it was a fun event, and I think it went pretty well overall. We got some good stuff. I got to see some very big guys do arm wrestling, which was cool. I don't think I would have won against any single guy that was there. I don't think I'm weak, but I also am not a arm wrestling competitor. So, but yeah, big thanks to Tony for hiring me out for this one. It was not, full day rate, but it was pretty solid pay for a Saturday afternoon, was when we did this. So, just to be able to come out and hang out with a friend and talk, business and life and get to work and make some money as well is really cool. So, so yeah, thanks for joining me along this vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of the BTS and also enjoyed hearing about my car troubles. I know that isn't the most exciting thing, I'm sure, but I like to be authentic and share not just about specifics of work stuff, but I like to share about, what's going on to me. That is, you get to know me a little bit more personally, and that's a cool thing. So anyways, thanks for joining, and I will see you guys on the next one.
D's. So again, that's only the supers, right, masters. We have 2 in that class.